Knoff has the dispel, but the dispel's not doing much. You eventually get stunned. This is what we're learning about the stasis wards. You eventually get stunned. You can't get rid of that. Ooh, wow, the mass demolishers, come on. Alright, so this is going to be a fun one. We're watching Grubby and Knoff. Knoff. How do you pronounce it? Let's just go with both. Knoff or Knoff. We're going to watch them play a practice game on the PTR, right? So we like the PTR because it has what the Witch Doctor changes. We also may see some Tauren Resistant changes. Resistant Skin, I'll say. But what we're really interested in is the Witch Doctors, right? We know just from a little bit of spoiler, we haven't seen the game, but we know that they go Witch Doctors, right? They're obviously both trying to try it out a lot. There are some other Orc changes. Obviously, we're going to see Wyvern maybe at a lower EXP threshold at level 3. But let's go with it, right? We're going to watch true masters of the game in an Orc v Orc Mirror. Now, this is a PTR mirror, so let's just get into it, right? We might as well get it. Alright, let's go. Semi-wall off. So, I will say, there is something cool about the way that Grubby is immediately walling off his base, right? It may be a small detail, but the pro players really do build their base from the get-go with a mindset of, like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, for example, there is even here in this area for either a Voodoo Lounge or a Tauren, a Totem, etc. What are we talking about, Grubby? Oh, he's talking about how he does the micro to grab the individual peons. I actually do think if you are trying to do this micro trick, I do believe drawing the tiny boxes is the correct way. I find myself doing that as well. But I digress. So we're going Blade Master here. This is the PTR. What are you saying, Grubby?
With Farseer. But this time I'm gonna do it with mirror image question mark. Do a peon scout, go to 21 population.
Okay.
It was never good.
So going to 21 pop, I see. I've been experimenting with like slower tech to tier 2 with the advantage getting like more grunts in the tier 1, having kind of a stronger tier 1 foundation, earlier Voodoo Lounge, your Voodoo Lounge in a more aggressive placement. Like all of these things that I sometimes like to do to take hold of the early game does cost you tier 2 tech. But if you're able to leverage a big enough advantage in the early game, then you can make that slower tier 2 tech not as big of a deal because you get a Tavern Hero. And it's like a more of an immediate swing. So it's just one way to play, but we're probably not going to see that. So we're growing the mirror image creeping. Of course, why? Because it's the Voodoo Lounge, right? We're trying to go that Witch Doctor.
Oh, he turned into red.
Uh-oh, even happens to the best of us. I hate when my units get netted. Honestly, there is one game that I really could have swore I should have lost simply because I lost my first grunt to a net. But let's see how Grubby contains this. This is something that I've been trying to do more as well. You scout with the mirror image. Scouting is always important, but you can also do like pulls. Look at this, so efficient. Not bad. See, this is the sort of things that allows you to get an advantage nearly any stage of the game. Like, who knows what Knoff is doing right now, but was it as efficient as creeping this with only a Blade Master and a Grunt? Not bad. Okay.
But guess what? He can't disenchant anything.
That is true. So the biggest downgrade or disadvantage of naturally what the newest PTR patch is going to bring is the mass Witch Doctors. But that's really weak to mirror image because you can't disenchant the images. But also get pretty tough against Keeper of the Grove, which is also getting buffed. So, you know, I'm looking forward to really seeing Witch Doctors mechanically here. You know, like, how does it really work out? I need to see witch doctors and the mass wards, and because, you know, by the way it looks like it, if you can't dispel the wards, you have to attack them physically. Well, the thing that makes mirror image so powerful is it creates all this effective HP in your army. Okay, so we're just doing grunt for grunt. Did you deny your own grunt there?
Looks like he has 2 raiders already.
Oh, I see. So he's just trading grunts. But anyways, I digress. What I was saying is, you know, the thing that makes mirror image strong is that you get all this like army HP and you can reset it at any time. Well, maybe that's the same thing with the witch doctors and stasis traps. Because don't you just have to kill the stasis traps and they have like 50 HP each? So, you know, weird style of gameplay. You're still going to really want Khadgar's Pipe, right? Best item when spamming witch doctors. But you need an expansion probably as well to keep the witch doctor. But hey, who says you can't get an expansion because you have all this map control? So it looks like, ooh, Knoff caught creeping. But what's Grubby going to do? So we're using the mirror image as CC. We don't have any other CC, so just control the mirror image the whole time. Look at this nice micro movement here. We're getting a grunt. Incredible control here. Just the decision to let your grunts and your blade master auto attack while controlling the mirror image. You know, hats off to Grubby for thinking that. So we quickly attack the mirror image one micro trick to get everyone. We look at the items. Yeah. So we're not buying any items because there's no slippers of agility. I think the only item you really buy there is slippers of agility. 3 agility, 100 gold, worth it. But those items, ring, Grubby vocal stem. Get the slow. All right, so we witch doctor training. I mean, let's just look at this in a vacuum. In a vacuum, this is a fine build, right? Now, note he says with this build, we don't sell the TP. Well, I guess that's because we're allows you to creep very tricky. So it allows you to creep very advantage state because you can, like, whatever, just TP. Scourge bow charm is really good. Oh, okay, Grubby, so troll. How long are we going to be at 41 food? No, nice. Burrow on time. We don't have healing wave yet, so... But ward is effective. Now, when you have the witch doctor, the first thing is mana regen. Yeah, nerfed sentry ward, but can't be disenchanted. Dude, he got a totem, but you went double. Alright, so nice creep jack. I would get the EXP here. No, you're just going for his unit. Alright, so you get the grunt. I would just get the creep. We forgot about the creeps. Go for the creeps. Yeah. No, go in there. Dude, that sentry ward barely gives any vision. I'm used to that sentry ward being able to give vision of the creep right now. So we have a nice level 3. I say we just go in, fight it. Knoff gonna get the creep here. Dude, that could have been your level 3 Murloc. Instead. He protects his own Shadow Hunter, easy. No, but he hexes the image. I mean, not the worst thing to do to hex an image. Do you get the experience for it? Okay, here we go. The stasis wards. Stasis wards done. Very short. But quick. That was a quick stasis ward. You know, say. How much damage do the individual witch doctors do? It always seems like the DPS isn't bad. Is it because their attack speed? Or is it because they're just like, I don't know, there's something about the way they all attack. I think it's the attack speed. So we got mass witch doctors. The stasis wards, you can't dispel them. See that? They were tried to be disenchanted. They can't. We have another stasis ward. It is effective. Look, it wasn't, stunned. The army was stunned. They're going to get stunned again. Okay, stunned. I mean, not bad, right? They're not getting disenchanted. I think this stun's effective. I mean, it's kind of like the slow trap. This is the orc version of slow trap. If you think what you're watching is degenerate, I mean, this is what human does with sorceress forever. So there you go. We get that I like it. Mass Witch Doctor, not a troll strategy. By the way, Grubby was already good at Mass Witch Doctors when it was a troll strategy, but the fact that they're not just countered by Wisp, Priest, dude, Human, why not, man? Why not play this versus Human?
Radius, I must say. Wait a minute, it's bugged. It's not popping at all.
It's true, it's not popping.
On creeps.
No, it is. Just a very small regen. Weird. It's very small radius there, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Radius is decreased, but it was almost nothing.
Does he sell Ring of Regen here?
Is it just a tiny range?
I don't. I always keep Ring of Regen, especially on the Blade Master. That hero is always not taking damage when he should be in the heat of battle, and the regen's just nice. Okay, so, I mean, we're at 49 food, so the build's looking good. This is tough, though, because you can't really do anything except you tower at this point. If I'm Grubby, I'm trying to spend my resources to tower at my expansion that I'm going to do at tier 3. Stasis wards. We finished the turtles off. 15 experience. You don't even have, dude, they're not even master trained. Not bad. The stasis. Why shaman? I guess it's for purge. Yeah, you would go shaman and witch doctors, I guess. So mass casters with orc.
Sometimes you end up going towers and or torrents as well.
He finally went a war mill. Man, fascinating build efficiency. I never thought to just now go the war mill, but yeah, you're right. There's no really point. He has more than enough lumber. If you look at the vision all of his wards grant him, he immediately sees that.
It's a lightning orb, but it's not a real blade.
He sees tier 3, yeah. You're tier 3 as well, so you should get the lightning blade. I mean, the lightning orb. I'd say going to get lightning orb is a worthwhile purchase. But we're fighting. I wouldn't fight without the lightning.
Yeah, my doctors cannot attack this sentry, by the way.
Interesting. So you have enough money for a TP. You really have so much control. And what mastery is going to bring is the healing ward. You don't even have troll regeneration. Come on, Grubby, get troll regen. Oh, he gets the war mill. Now he can get troll regen. How fast does he get troll regen now that he finishes the war mill? I didn't even realize that you need a war mill for troll regeneration, but no. I mean, you really have so much control on the map. I could see Raiders couldn't do much here. Wyvern couldn't do much here because you would just have Blade with Orb and... Oh, now we got Bloodlust. Did you get priority Bloodlust? That's so cool. Bloodlust over Healing Ward. You don't even get Healing Ward. He's just going for Stasis. I like that part of the build. No, now we have Master. Let's see. What wins here?
Oh, one hit.
Okay, yeah.
Surprise Pikachu.
Alright, so it looks as if we're just getting the overall effect of Bloodlust and Walkers. So the Walkers are stopping you from getting Bloodlust, but they are just better DPS. They're doing like 24 magic damage. Your Walkers is dispelling the Grubby. But, you know, Knoff is... The Blade Master should be attacking on behalf of Knoff. Alright, so Knoff, get the mirror image off. But he has to spend this time to kill the wards. It's really hard in the Orc Mirror. So he has the Tauren, though. Okay, so the Tauren. Look at all those stasis wards. Look at the Tauren has to kill each one. That's so ridiculous. How much mana, though, do you really have objectively? Okay, one stun went off, but that cleared all your stasis wards. One stun's not doing much, but your Blade Master is getting some damage in. I mean, the Tauren just going to get resurrected eventually.
He did kill them all.
Okay, we should get a resurrected Tauren. Alright, so now we're in freestyles territory. Now, why did we watch this? We watched this, first of all, because stasis wards do seem like a palpable style Look at this, right? That's done nice. That's done nice. And you can tell they're a little harder to deal with. Though the overall damage, look at that versus the Tauren. No. But it seems tough. Grubby has a lot of money. And I feel as if an average player, this is a lot harder than mass casters with human, for example, because Grubby may have put on a cool showing, but look at the Witch Doctor mana and the Shaman mana. Not too hot. Look at the absolute vision on the map, though. That cannot be stated. It allows Grubby to do these maneuvers pretty safely. Interesting choice here with the Demolishers. Did you really find the one area of the map Grubby doesn't have vision of and attack from, Knoff? Nice. So where is Knoff at this stage? Probably on the top right? Yeah, I guess. Ooh, you know, it's great that they're practicing 2 players of this caliber. This is what we really wanted to see. So let's see. We got the Demolishers tier 3 upgrade. I mean, against this lineup, the Tauren are the big problem. At this point, we're going to have at least 3 Tauren by the time we fight. And Grubby still doesn't have any mass dispel. He only has Shaman. And is he really going to use the individual Shaman to purge the Tauren? It's going to be rough. We have 3 Demolishers. And this fight's gonna, oh gosh, this is really, what's gonna happen here? So we have a Stasis Word. Good, Stasis Word, Hex, immediately. Just immediately the control is real. 1 purge. Now, we still don't have Orb of Lightning on the Grubby, but the Demolishers here. And incredibly, the Demolishers are pretty good against Witch Doctor wards. That's funny. Oh my god, Demolisher and stuns. That's ridiculous. Say it ain't so. This can't be real gameplay. I mean, welcome to Witch Doctor Land. This is looking more like Reign of Chaos. Shoutouts to Reign of Chaos. It is good. Considering Knoff is also trying, but like, wouldn't Knoff just go BM? No, would Raiders even do well here? No, Knoff has a great army here with the Taurens and the Blade Master. Let's go. This is good. So Knoff weaved around. We're out of the open fray. The Blade Master here is really the central focus from both players, but Knoff has the Dispel, but the Dispel is not doing much. You eventually get stunned. This is what we're learning about the Stasis Words. You eventually get stunned. You can't get rid of that. Ooh, wow, the Mass Demolishers, come on. Look at the demo damage. That's too much. The demo damage is too much. The Witch Doctors are essentially not touched. But yo, that's actually crazy. Look at this one volley. Boom. Wow. Witch Doctors. Oh. That was just too. That was too much. Where were we? Okay, weren't we here? Oh man, where was that game we were at?
Do you see here? Shop, low, don't overcome.
Yeah, here, we're here. Okay. Whatever happens, we're gonna watch this again, right? We got destroyed there. I believe this is the fight. So we love to see how much Demolishers are actually doing damage here. Because the Stasis Words create a problem. Look at that. When you put 4 Stasis Words, it ensures one of them's going off. And if you can get at least one a stun going off, the volley. I mean, this is ridiculous. At this point, how did Grubby even able to amass this many Demolishers? I mean, yeah, is the pro another Stasis Word here? That Tauren's looking not effective. When you have this many Demolishers, the damage is just ridiculous. The Stasis Words, it's almost, it's very powerful, this little nest. The fact that you can't just disenchant that Stasis Ward, the fact that you can just put them in between all of your Witch Doctors, that's a very protected thing. It gets stunned. That's incredible, actually. So the fact that they can't be dispelled, you know, in the skirmish, it really makes the Stasis Traps better. This is hats off if you can tell what's going on here. We have multiple fronts here. I believe the walkers need to be out of their corporal form. They could have been hitting the demolishers, but looks like we have Knoff somehow still alive. No, the TC dies. Yeah, it should be game. Wow, your Blade Master is full HP. I mean, you have this nest of units that weren't demolished.
I did forget Bloodlust. But who cares? Not a strong spell, right?
Oh my god, he didn't have Bloodlust on the whole time. But what were the mistakes Knoff made, right? Didn't have his walkers out. I mean, they would have just got disenchanted anyway. That's got to be the real one. GG. Okay, so, you know, cool. We love to see it. Witch Doctors clearly looked effective,
Okay.
I think.
Now you know what.
Hey everyone, Nick Editing Head here. Just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. YouTube thinks you're going to love these videos, right? They literally auto-recommend them for you. And I hear every other YouTuber say that. YouTube thinks you're going to recommend, YouTube thinks you're going to like. So I'm going to start saying it too, right? Is this a thing? Does this, the meta, will this get you guys to subscribe if I say, YouTube thinks you're going to like these videos? Well, no. How about I think you're going to like these videos, okay? I think you're going to like the other videos I made. All right, so thank you so much. Please subscribe.